Drew, I want to start off talking to you about some of the things we're seeing in the markets. Gold and silver at highs, financials at highs. We're seeing materials and some other cyclical sectors outperform tech. What does that say to you about investors going into 2026?
So look, looking at the equity market action, I think investors aren't afraid of risk right now. Look, we're in a later stage of the bull market. We expect volatility. We expect more volatility. A lot of good news is priced in. It's going to whipsaw stocks up and down quite a bit. But we still think investors want to buy risk, and there's two types of risk they're going to own. Growth around the secular AI story and cyclicals, because you get some leverage to the real economy hanging in there in an earnings growth inflection, which we've been waiting for years. So to us, look, it's risk on. People like buying risk, and right now the most leverage to that, at least short term, is cyclicals.
All right, I want to get to your word of the day. It is symmetry. What symmetry are you seeing out here?
It's funny. The symmetry we're seeing is forward-looking returns. And while symmetry might feel like a good word, it's actually bad because equity markets over time tend to have asymmetry to the upside. But when you've priced in over 10% compound annual growth in earnings for the S&P 500, your upside and downside for the year ahead, at least to us, looks a little bit more balanced. So risk is going to be a thing in 2026. We're going to have to wade our way through it. And when you have those big upside days, expect pretty symmetrical downside days in the year ahead, still with the tilt to the upside, given our 7,700 S&P 500 price target.
All right, I want to get to your pick. It's Boston Scientific in the healthcare space. Why are you so focused here on a med tech company as opposed to more of a pure play healthcare company?
So it's interesting. This has been a really nice way to kind of balance the AI-related tech out there, a little bit more physical tech. And look, it's a company that got hit by tariffs, has had policy headwinds, but when you actually look at its performance, it's been absolutely great. The company is hitting on a bunch of products within its portfolio. It's expected to expand gross margins by 0.5%, net margins by a full percent, and actually get efficiency up as well. And then when you look at all of its investments in the capex and R&D it's spending, it's getting great incremental cash returns there. So it's checking a lot of boxes for us as a way to play accelerating growth into next year.
All right, speaking of checking a box, I got to ask you about the Santa Claus rally. That appear would officially start tomorrow. We had Ryan Dietrich on the show earlier. He says, we've missed the Santa rally the last 2 years, but we've never missed 2 out of the last 3 years. Ironically enough, the Eagles, division winners in the last 2 out of 3 years. But I really want to focus on the Santa Claus rally. Are you a believer that we're going to get that?
I'm a believer, Frank, not an Eagles guy. But look, short term, I'm not really sure where we're going to trade, to be honest with you. We've seen a little bit of volatility, but we're in this bit of a news vacuum here. Look, sentiment's high. If you don't get new news, you tend to get these grinds higher. But if we get any news, maybe around inflation, some retail spending, anything to kind of dent sentiment in that vacuum of liquidity, you can get a lot of choppiness. So to us, not sure if we're going to get it or not. But again, longer term, fundamentally, we're positive.